Well, okay, y'all. Today is another day, of course, with the Brian's Bus Adventure, and today we've been working inside the bus quite a bit. But also, I decided today to go ahead and change the fuel filters on it because if you don't know, or maybe I didn't even say it, but the bus, we had turned it around several times, but not taken it out on the road for 2 years now because we've been completely tearing the bus apart. And I tried to turn it around the other day. It started right up and ran real well. And then it started sputtering a little bit, so I hit the throttle a little bit. It kind of cleared itself out, and then about 10 seconds later, it just plain died. And I went back into the engine compartment and looked around and saw that there was a fuel line, the return fuel line from the engine back to the tank was just blowing diesel fuel out of it, so it had a big air leak. And what had happened is that the air leak allowed the fuel to be drained out of the fuel filters. So again, it just died before lack of filter or starvation. So today I decided to go ahead and change the fuel filters, and I'll be priming them up with diesel. But the primary filter here is this Baldwin. This Baldwin, you can't read it because the dang thing image is backwards, but it's a BF5810. Was in there so hard that I had to take a screwdriver, drive through it, and take it out. You know, I don't know if you can see inside there, but man, it is just garbage inside this fuel filter. And again, this is why you need to run your bus often, get it going, so you don't get any crap inside the fuel tank that eventually ends up in these fuel filters. These fuel filters have not been on there that long, but went down to Napa the other day. They had fuel filters, or all filters, at half price. So of course I stocked up on a couple of everything. And I also had 2 others that were in the bus already, 2 other new ones. So now I have this, and I'm kind of going to assume that I'm going to have to change my fuel filters 3 or 4 more times before, you know, it clears all that out, fill it up. Put the, I already have put some of that diesel additive in it that's supposed to take care of all the algae and whatnot, and we'll just see if that happens. But I did change both the primary and the secondary filter, and this is the Baldwin BF5800, which is actually changing it over from the Napa filters. The B8 5800 is the 3118 filter for Napa, and the other filter, the 5100 or the 5800, I'll get it out, is the 3120 filter. So again, you know, you can get them at Napa, and again, being at half price the other day, I loved it. But now I have to run to the store. I've already put only 15 or 20 gallons back in the tank when I put that additive in it. But now I have to run over to the gas station, fuel station, pick up another maybe 20 gallons of diesel, prime those filters that I just put back in, and see if I can get this puppy to run again, because I do need to turn it around, because I want the door side facing towards the electrical panel we have out there, because we're going to be putting in the new floor here in the very near future. But here's what I've done. Again, you can see this fuel filter, and let's see if we can see the second one up there. Fuel filter, where is the other one? It's up there. Oh, that's the wrong side of the motor. It's up there. Okay, see, this thing's backwards. The fuel filter here and the fuel filter here, they're changed. And I, of course, wrote the date on there that I changed them, the date, and what the crossover number and letters were for the Baldwin filters in case I get somewhere and have to, you know, change over to a Baldwin again. But when I took the fuel filters off, finally got that one off after driving that screwdriver through it, and looked at it, hardly any fuel drained out of them. So obviously they were completely dry, or dry enough that they couldn't run the motor anyway. So again, I think that's going to be the tail of the tape here. Going to go down and get some more diesel fuel, prime these filters back up, put a few more gallons in the tank, and then, going to try to get back over to the fuel station to fill this puppy up. Well, it's only going to cost, what, $800 to fill it up? Well, maybe I won't fill it all the way up. Anyway, thanks for watching. And again, this is another day in the Brian's Bus Adventure.